time to start. I am painting another myth figure. This is part of my commission. Okay, good. Alright, let's start. Okay, so, just like last time if you tuned in, I am painting myth figures. Last time it was like a cleric or warrior priest or something like that. This time it's more like a fighter. Except this is the core character that you get in the main game. And this is the alternate sculpt, and that is what I am painting tonight. Myth is a Kickstarter game. It was a Kickstarter, a well-funded Kickstarter a couple years ago now. Yeah, and the client that's asking me to paint this, he basically went all out on it. We got a whole bunch of stuff. We got the core game, as well as a whole bunch of other models as well. And that. Okay. Back. So we're going to start off with the fur. The fur. Yeah. Oh no. Where's my charred in granite? Oh, here. Right up at the front. Okay, so I mainly use Games Workshop paints. This one is charred in granite. It is a classic Games Workshop paint. Well, mostly classic. Is one of the old Foundation paints that got renamed to whatever it is now. I'm gonna start off with this and then kind of work our way towards a more brown fur with just a base. Since this is a base coat, I am not worrying about getting it all in the lines. Just focus on getting the paint onto the model where the colors should be. I really like using the foundation paints for base coating because, you know, that is in fact what they are made for. And they do work really well. Nice coat, you don't need to do very much with the coating at all. You just have to plunk it right on. Let's see what else. There's more of like a brown, straight brown. Where's my, here we go. I'm gonna go to Rhinox Hide. Now this is going to go over most of the fur here. It's like a highlighting layer, as opposed to a normal highlight where you're just kind of hitting the edges. Layering type of highlight is more just doing the whole area and just leaving the deepest crevices. Get her belly. No, don't need to. Her belly is actually a different color. Guess she's like some sort of squirrel raccoon thing. Next, we will do the belly. Another foundation paint, Deneb stone. This is basically one of the paints you want if you want to paint white, actually. Something that is bright, it gives good coverage. So then you have something good to work with when you're going all the way up. In the case of this brighter color here, we're actually going to make it darker in the end. We're not going to make it white. Because Squirrel Girl is doesn't have white fur, it's like off-white. It's really almost like a light brown, actually. That. Go around the head like that. Okay. Finish it down here. Okay, so we will do the next tier. Morphing brown. This is for the fur, the brown fur. This is like the default highlight for brown that I usually give. Get that lighting a little bit better. Hopefully that works. When I get to the higher highlights, I'm going to pick out more of the fur. It doesn't look like it's just like flat brown, right? That's not how fur works. Can't forget the fingers. Now, we're going to finish off the fur, the brown fur, with, I actually just got this paint today, Baylor Brown. This is the new snakebite leather, if you remember that name. I think this is what I want. We'll see. Yeah. Remember, do it like Bob Ross. It's your model. You do what you want with it. There's no right or wrong way of doing this. I'm just doing a brown fur because I'm just following the picture. But you can make it pink, blue, white, whatever you want. Remember, there are no mistakes, only happy accidents. This is probably not going to be the last highlight anyway. I think I want it a little bit paler, actually. I'm going to add some, like, beige in there. I always like that, to highlight the brown. Final layer of beige or something like that to kind of tone it down a little bit, because it's very, bright, right? Because of her arm, the direction of the fur will change. Normally I was just like following the contours of the body, right? So up and down really, or like the movement of the legs. And with the arms, going horizontal. Now we will do a wash, actually. One of the best washes ever, Devlin Mud. I do like my inks though. My inks are good too. I still have chestnut ink from way back when, if you guys remember that. That was a nice one. That was a nice ink. We finally ran out of my black ink and brown ink too, which is unfortunate. Wait, do I still have my brown ink? Nope. I have blue ink and flesh wash. That flesh wash is actually really like, it really changed the color. It's like a really, really strong ink. Back then, that was kind of like the style. You had like really, really intense washes to give really harsh shadows. For the most part, it actually looked really good. So this is what I'm going to use to pale the fur down, Khemri brown. highlighting in thinner lines. Along the fur. Okay, good. Next is more fur. It's the white fur, actually. Could use this. Here we go. There. We're gonna use a shabty bone. It's kind of like a Camry brown, isn't it? Okay, you know what? We'll go for. We'll actually go for Leho. I'm using Marin Panzer. Marin Panzer Khaki Brown, that's the full thing. This is a Leho Model Air paint. It's made for using like right out of the bottle for airbrushes. We get to use this one in an airbrush. I've used one of my other ones, but it's really good. I love it. I love these. I love the Vallejo paints. They're actually really good. This is just going to kind of conform the brown with this white fur here. Then we're going to do a final highlight of the beige of some sort. And that beige will be Ushabti bone. Actually making really good time. It's only been half an hour and I'm like halfway done. Okay, this just like with like the legs and stuff like that, I'm just kind of following the shape of the body where kind of the fur would flow. add some final stuff for the head, but right now head is finished. Let's see. Got arm guards, got belt, got a sash thing. Okay. Let's do the sash. Sash. There we go. Blue is Cantor blue. It's the go-to dark blue, the only dark blue really for Games Workshop that is that is blue and not like purple. So we're just gonna paint the satchel, the sash, I mean, or whatever this thing is. Her clothing to cover up her lady bits. I need more places to put blue. I don't want it just there. Arm guards? No. Yes? No. Yes. Nah. No, let's just keep it. Yeah, let's just keep it. And you know what I forgot to do? Totally forgot about the butt. Got to paint that booty. That was Rhinox hide. This is going into... Oops. One moment.